G'day, I'm Mark from Self Sufficient Me, and in this video I chat with Kate DePrimer, a nutritionist expert of over 30 years on growing and eating the biggest citrus in the world. Pomelo. Oh, what a big fellow. Let's get into it. Because I want to see Kate's face when I cut this thing open. But the pomelo behind us here.
This is, can you get a really big one?
Yeah, we are.
I'm sure. I had no idea. I actually looked at the nutritional sort of like identity of a pomelo and it said 240 calories per pomelo. I went, oh, that's ridiculous.
I thought this would be a tricky one for you.
I don't think.
Hang on, there's a helicopter coming over. Of course there is. Why don't you just hover right here?
That's all right. Oh, if you could see this tree heaving with pomelos.
Have a look at this. I made a short the other day. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I said these two here look like King Kong's kahunas. Look at this, Kate.
Okay, so, you know, you wouldn't say, can I please have half a dozen pomelo in my shopping trolley?
Oh no, you wouldn't.
That is the size of my face. That is huge. I'm sorry for my ignorance here, but I've never seen one of these actually in a supermarket or a fruit store.
They're not very common, and you will see, like they look a bit like a grapefruit, and what I love about them is they're one of the original citrus. And a lot of other citrus are derived from the pomelo, from the citron, from those wild citruses, and they've hybrid them and they've created all these wonderful citruses and lemons and oranges and limes and that we have the standards at the supermarket. You don't see these big ones much at the supermarket. I don't think people would buy them enough. That you see them in Asia.
Yeah.
In Asia, they're very popular. And you were talking about the pith before. Let me cut this on. I've got something to talk about the pith.
Well,
I'll swap cameras. See if we can see that.
So this probably will then be the reason why there is 6 grams of fibre per pomelo. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's like a grapefruit. So like it's an Asian pink grapefruit.
Yeah,
Wow.
It is. Here, hold that.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Now I'll go and take this in closer. Yeah, this is a pink variety. The name just evades me right now, but I'll follow it up and let you know what it is.
What have you used these for?
Oh, we juice them, just eat them like that. They're full of fibre. They're more fibrous than any other citrus. I have not used the pith. So the pith, you see how wide it is. It can be quite bitter on other citruses, like I was saying before about the orange. But in Asia, they will use this like a carbohydrate. They'll use this like a zucchini. They'll get rid of the rind and they will cut this up into chunks and use it in stews, use it as a filler. Of course you would, especially if food is short. Pomelos are so easy to grow because they're one of the original citrus. They're not fickle at all. They're very hardy and they're not a huge tree either, which makes them good for a backyard. You know, have a taste of some? Yeah, see what I mean by they're quite fibrous? So they're chewy but like from a dietitian, nutritionist point of view, that's pretty good for you too, wouldn't it?
Oh, and that is a lot less sweet than your oranges.
Yeah.
But it's not as sort of bitter as some of our grapefruit. Like our yellow grapefruits can be quite bitter, but...
Exactly, yes.
But you know, the pink grapefruit is very popular here.
The Rio Red, yeah.
Yes. But that is just, that fibre, trying to pull that off there. That'll take a while for me to grind that down in my mouth, no wonder. Because I thought like the average apple is about 1.5 grams of fibre.
Yep.
This is 6. Now that's obviously not eating that big rind, this is just eating the fruit inside, but I reckon I reckon you and I'd battle to get through one of these.
Oh yeah, oh you do, you for sure do.
But that is beautiful.
They're good at parties.
In what respect?
Well, they certainly get the eyeballs. I cut one of these on for our son's 18th birthday the other day, and you should have seen the young kids looking at it. It looked like they thought it was an alien.
Yeah, well, it does look a bit alien inside.
Yeah.
But you could cut that out and you could sort of have a bowl of something rather, or could.
Oh,
you know.
you could too, couldn't you? Yeah.
Well, just when you said like a zucchini or like a, you know, one of those kind of, but more carbohydrate-y, I didn't even know that.
Just eat it like that, Kate.
Oh my God. Then it'll be all over your beard. But that's beautiful. They are just, I mean, there's a fair, sizable amount of fluid in this. Like they are sort of pulped up, like they're buoyant little pith, the pulp.
Yeah, the pulp.
That is really nice. You know, and it's sweet. It's sort of got that
Yeah, but it's not...
refreshing.
It is, that's the word, refreshing. You juice this, which we do, it's not as sweet as an orange, and I'd be certain it's not as high in calories as an orange this big.
Yeah.
Imagine an orange that big.
Oh God, yeah. Well, you'd need one for a whole litre, really.
Yeah.
But this is just, yeah. I'm actually having quite a bit of fun here, pulling these things apart.
I'm really enjoying it. I just had a taste. It is very, very tasty.
Well, it's a
Very
shame.
refreshing.
I wonder, are these quite common in your area?
Yeah,
Do people buy
I've
them?
had a few people say in Asia.
Oh, right.
A few people from over in Asia are saying that they get these all the time and they've seen them around a lot.
Yeah.
It's a shame if you're in a colder climate you can't grow some of these. There are some citrus, like, you know, lemons are very tolerant of the cold. You could try that. Certain lemons. What about the yuzu? We've got a yuzu Japanese lemon. I think they're actually native to China, but the yuzu Japanese turned it into a really nice condiment, and a vinegar wine. Goes good with sushimi. So try yuzu as a lemon in a colder climate. And you can also grow smaller citrus, like citrus in a pot, put them in a conservatory, put them in a hothouse. Those lots of lemons in a little pot, they grow fabulous. And you can grow kumquats and those types of smaller, yeah, of course they're not as sweet, but you can still get your citrus fix and your vitamin C by growing one of them in a nice sunny spot. They grow well over in Europe. I've seen them everywhere.
Well, they're lovely in pots too, and I'm going to ask Mark a question because, so again, unlike having a huge garden, we grow things on a deck, and I've got pots which are probably about 1 metre by probably maybe 50 centimetres sort of like diameter, and I've got lemon, lime and an orange, and my orange is constantly with a leaf curl. Now I've made sure it's got enough water, I've sprayed the nutrients on the leaves, I've even put sort of like a mulch over the top, I've put some marigolds underneath to sort of like make sure everything's sort of, you know, keeping the fluid in there. What am I doing wrong?
You're not doing anything wrong. Leaf curl and it's pretty common on citrus. You'll see it all through our citrus trees. I don't know if we can, just as I say that, you can't see it much on this one.
No.
But here, maybe?
Yeah, so a little bit, like they just look like they're trying to sort of conserve water, but obviously do I just leave it alone for a bit?
It's a leaf miner that you'll have. You have little curls, they're like little laneways through the leaf.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an insect that gets into the meat of the leaf, and it can do some damage to it. It won't usually hurt your tree too much.
Right.
What you can do is you can use a pest oil on that. Have you tried pest oil?
I've got neem oil.
Yeah. Try an oil, or you can make your own as well. That go down the wrong way, did it?
It did. I think I swallowed one whole.
Well, stop eating it, Kate.
I know, stop eating. I'm terrible like this, but I just wanted to show you how beautiful they are. It's just so divine.
It's like little drops, isn't it? Droplets, like tears, little tears.
Beautiful.
You're in tears at the moment.
I'm in tears now.
Yeah.
It's all right. You take over.
Okay, I'll take over. I released a short a few months ago on growing pomelos and just how much juice you can get out of a pomelo about this size, and it is around a quart or a litre of juice. That is massive. And I tell you what, the juice really is fantastic. I totally recommend growing one of these iconic citrus trees because they just are a fantastic fruit to grow anyway. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give it a big, massive Pomelo thumbs up, share the video around, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now. Cheers.